YouTube. So today I decided to do a tier list just for the season 1 characters. Since I gotta play this game for 500 hours, I think I'm the perfect person to do a tier list. So let's get right into it. So Adam Warlock. Adam Warlock does good damage and great healings, but the only thing bad about him is that his heals are not that much when you have to reload again. So I will put him on mid tier. Not that great and not that bad, you know what I mean? So I will put Adam there. Black Panther, if you know how to use the spear and get the refresh, you're pretty goated, so I will put it on last rank. And fear before boss. So I will say he's pretty good. Next up, Captain America. Well, Captain America is mostly a diving tank, so you're supposed to be getting the healers or damages. Heal them, not so focusing on the tank. But the thing about it, you basically play for yourself, not really for the whole team. You only got your ult that brings your whole team up, but not really for the whole team to survive. So I will put him on mid. Yep, I'll put him on mid too. Next up, Cloak and Dagger. Cloak and Dagger is a S tier healer because she got auto track and she got crazy ult charge again. So I will put it on S tier just because she get the heals faster. So I'll put it on his tier. Doctor Strange, she's a S tier Vanguard. He got a shield, he got damage to mitigate, and portal. So say that. Groot, a lot of people be sleeping on Groot, but Groot is a great rank player. It's a great tank player. He got the walls, which I like to call the DD walls. But if you know how to use those walls right, you should be goated with him. I'll put him on A rank. Hawkeye, before Hawkeye was, if you aim at the head, you basically can kill anyone. But now they just made it slower, so I would say he's on. If you don't know how to aim, this guy is a C. If you know how to aim, this guy would be. Hela is still good, pretty good damage. The only thing is, she got ways to escape, and she can, if you know how to aim, it's literally 3 taps on the head, you did. So I would say she's pretty good. I'll put it on A. Hulk, if you know how to use Hulk, like jumping and getting people out of the air, you are pretty much goated. But if you don't know how to get people out of the air and just like to stay on the ground and just jump, then you're not that goated. So I would say A rank. Iron Fist, even though he's my main, I got 60 hours on him. I get kills like no other. The problem with him is that you have to get a little bit more close now to hit. So I will say he's a C. He does great damage, but escape is not that great. Unless you have your kick, then we'll be C. But B, but I will say C, and that hurts for me because I use Iron Fist. Now let's stop. Iron Man. If you got somebody to get him out of the air, he's not that great. Oh, gamma power, baby, that's the word to be scared, because that laser literally kills you out of the air. So I will say C2, just because that whole gamma power, baby, and maximum pulse. Jeff is not that great of the healer. Mostly that I have seen on diamond matches is that Jeff comes with damage Jeff, so people be dealing damage, and with that Luna Snow ability, they be doing a lot of damage. So I was putting him on C2. because he can do a lot of damage, but healers if it's not light up right, you're not doing a lot of heals. Loki can basically not die if he wants to. Really, if you really actually use his heals right and use his abilities right, you basically cannot die. So I'm gonna put it on a support. You basically do a lot of damage too. Next up, Luna Snow. Luna Snow is pretty good healer. She got defensive, so she can freeze opponent and do pretty great heals. And that all is perfect. Now that they put a shield on it, so I'll put it on S tier. Magic is a pretty good damage. It's mostly crowd control damage because Dark Child and her abilities basically for crowd control. So if you know how to use it right, you can basically stay alive if you got healers. So I'll put it on A. They'll put it on S because she basically can stay alive, but if after you use those photos, you're basically useless. Now Mantis is a pretty damage healer slash healer. So if you use her things right, you basically can deal a lot of damage and keep healing your team if you hit the headshots. So I put it on B just because she's good, and it can be not good if you don't hit her headshots. Now Moon Knight, after the buff that they gave him with his ult, he been killing people with his ult now, because before, if you hear the moon, you just step to the left or right and you will be fine. But now if you're in the center of it, you basically dead. So I'll put Moon Knight on A, I would say, because he's pretty good on that. But I would say he's very good. Namor, he's basically deal damage pretty quick. He can take out tanks if he put his splits right. But the thing about it, he can stay alive if he have the bubble. But the thing about it, if he doesn't hit the second spear, he basically useless, and the squid just get the people. So I would say Namor is B. Now Magneto has a lot of defensive abilities with the screen that he has and the bubble, and then he got the stun ability that is the right click. Magneto is pretty good tank. It's like the roll tank and with his bubble. Here, Magneto. Yeah, that's pretty good. So I would say he is A rank, I would say. Now Penny Parker, if you know how to use her, you basically can stay alive alone. You just have to put your minds right and put your webs right. So I will say she is pretty S tier if you know how to use her tech right. The only problem with her is that if you get caught up and you don't know how to move with her, then you die instantly. Now Psylocke, I've seen some great Psylocke players because she basically is damage and get out, and she can literally go spear. She's a pretty good player if you know how to use her. But the thing about it is that if people can hear your steps, so they can shoot wherever you were last. So I was put it on A. Punisher, it's basically a brain dead character. You just gotta shoot and point, and that's it. So I put it on C. You don't really need a lot of skills with him. Rocket is a good healer, and he can do a lot of damage up close. And he got revives and the infinite ammo with the themes, and you can literally escape if you want, just go through the walls. But he is a pretty basics, so I would say C. Squirrel Girl, she does a lot of damage if you know how to aim, and basically can help you get kills. But I would put it on C, even though they gave her their ultimate above that it can auto tracks. But I'll put it on C. It doesn't take a lot of skills. Now Peter Quill, Star-Lord. Peter Quill will be the best thing to get damage and get out. And he basically like a tracer character. He can do damage really fast. So I would say he's a B character. Now, Spidey. Spidey is great. Spidey is literally a character that, if you know how to play him, you basically cannot die. But the only downfall is that you really need to practice a lot with him. But if you see Necros, my man uses Spidey like it's no other. So I would put it on A. He's pretty good. Now Storm is great. Now with the buff that they gave him, it's pretty good. They're all basically insta kills any healer on site. So I would say she's pretty B tier. Scarlet Witch, if you know how to play her, it's pretty good. And if you know how to play her role, pretty good. But I would say B. Now Thor, you basically can get infinite shields if you know how to play your cards right. If you use the hammer and then the bubble and then the thunder force, basically you can stay alive until the healers get back. So I would say he's a pretty A tier or S tier. Yeah. Now Venom is basically a character that you can use basically do your damage and scoop away, but basically can stay alive with his shield and then his ability. So I will say he's a pretty C tier. Not a special character, but yeah. Widow is automatically D. He got no one shot, one kill headshots. He only got a stun, and her ultimate is just a plasma burst that slow down your enemy. So that's D tier. It's trash. And then Wolverine is a good take out tanks. If you really know how to get close and just pull tanks, you basically can win your whole team. So I will say he's pretty A tier if you know how to play him right. Now Winter Soldier, I think everybody is scared of Winter Soldier because I'm in through the arm and dangerous, and then keep going again and again. So I will say he's S tier because my man's can keep going on O's and O's and O's if you know how to play it right. Now we got Susan Storm, Invisible Woman. She's pretty good healer, but the only downfall is that it doesn't reach that far. She's pretty good healer on the up close and pulling enemies and top controlling them, you know. Put it on B. And Mr. Fantastic, I hate to say it, he doesn't do a lot of damage. The only thing is he's good at tanking. He's pretty OP when he gets the inflated state, but the only thing about it is after the inflated state you have nothing to do. So I would say he is pretty C tier. I'll put him D. Well, I will leave it there. I will leave it on C. But he can still do a lot of damage if it's level on check. And yeah, that's my tier list. I don't know if you agree, but hey, this is my tier list. This is my opinion of the game based on the hours that I have played. And that's it. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye. And that's the end of the video, guys. I hope you liked, subscribe, comment, anything. And here's another video if you want to keep watching. Have a good day. Peace.